350 kilometers. Welcome to this new Gran Turismo 7 video. It's February 27th, 2025. Update 1.56 was just released. In this video, I'm offering you two things. We're going to talk a little bit about the new content added with this update, and we're also going to take the opportunity to test one of the new features of the update, which is really nice. In any case, I think it will make the French community of the game happy. They just added the Peugeot 205 Grand Touring injection from 1988, which you can buy at the used car dealership for around 60,000 credits. So obviously, we're going to test it. It's a car I've been waiting for a long time to see in a game because, well, there are a lot of games where we're here. 205 T16, or even the 205 Rally, the 205 Grand Touring injection. It's a bit rarer, so we're going to test it, then we'll talk a bit about the rest of the content. This update, the new cars, the new events, the new customizations and car upgrades, that's the plan for the video. I hope you enjoy it. If so, please show your support by liking and subscribing. And of course, I'm also counting on you to give me your opinion in the comments about this update. Do you think it's better than the previous one? Are you disappointed by this update? Feel free to use the comment section for that. We have the 1988 Peugeot 205 Grand Touring injections. We also have a new car that we can buy at the new car dealership. It's going to be the BMW Z4 from 2003 that I also bought on my end. And we'll test it in C4 on video for 60,000 credits. And we're going to have another little car in this update. A curiosity that we'll find in the legendary car dealership, we'll be able to find the first-generation Mercedes Unimog there, which is sold for 46,000 credits. I noticed people on Twitter getting excited about the developer's choice. Indeed, it's strange to find that in a circuit racing game, but it's also quite quirky and extravagant, just like the game's creator sometimes does. There are updates with cars that are strange, and that's the case with the Unimog. But that's not the only new thing. You can now play against the artificial intelligence Sophie on the Sardinia and Monza circuits. There's a new Peugeot collection menu, which I'll show you in just a moment, that has been added. Unfortunately, the menu doesn't contain new events. It's just a collection of what's already available. Starting, I believe, from level 36, unless I'm mistaken. I'll show you all of that. I may have already completed some of it, as I think I have several Peugeots in the game. Alright, let's go check that out. Peugeot menu. The 205. Rally the 205 T16 and the 908 high-pressure direct injections. It's very expensive. I don't have it yet, but maybe one day I will. There are 3 new events that have been added to the game with the arrival of the update. We have a new event, 3 laps on the Red Bull Ring, which is aimed at classic cars, so the Classic Sunday Cup. The mentioned item must be for the BMW. We're going to do the challenge 3 laps on Maggiore, and I guess we must also have one with the 205 Grand Touring injection. Why don't I see it? Ah, there it is. Sunday Cup 400, so we're going to have this little event, European Sunday Cup at Grand Valley, 3 laps. As I was saying, we also have new swaps that have been added to the game. With this update, I'll show you the list of vehicles that benefit from these new swaps. We'll test some on video. A few interest me, but not all. The Ford Rally Sport 92 Cosworth Escort, 87 Sierra Mazda Demio, Impreza 22 B99, Impreza, and Suzuki Swift Sport. I think we'll at least test the Mazda and the Suzuki, but we'll test them in the coming days. In other videos, I suggest we test the 205 Gran Turismo from 88, which has just been bought again in the game, in the 130 horsepower version. So, it's the big 1.9L version. It's cool that we finally have it in a game. In Forza, we have the T16 and the 205 Rally, which can be customized like a Grand Touring injection, but it's not quite the same as the real Grand Touring injection. It's with unofficial liveries. And it's with upgrades that allow you to reach the right power and the right weight. Phew, okay. We'll have to get used to it. Actually, earlier I did a bit of gameplay with more modern cars. It's a bit strange to go back to an 80s car. It's actually quite light. The braking isn't crazy, I think, compared to other cars in this performance class. Right now, it's clearly completely stock. Of course, we'll upgrade it later to see what it's really capable of. We'll also check for swaps, but I don't expect any. New swaps are usually mentioned in the swap section when added to a new car. We'll briefly review everything we can do to it. We're gradually catching up. We manage to catch up when there are sequences of turns, and when there are actually some longer accelerations. During heavy braking, we get left behind by everyone. To win, we need to perform well over all 3 laps. With this Grand Touring injection setup, it's going to be complicated. We'll try. Yeah, we'll try, but I can't promise anything. As expected, the cars in Gran Turismo 7 are incredibly well modeled with stunning detail. I'll show you. This is a bit of the gameplay from the interior view. So you can get a pretty complete look at the cars. Honestly, well, what's pretty cool about this update is that the 3 cars added in total, you get to enjoy them. 170,000 credits is nothing. In Gran Turismo South, a few quick 2-3 lap races will easily earn that amount. So, it's much less expensive than the previous update, where there were really cars that weren't cheap and where there were expensive upgrades. So this will benefit players like me who play in economy mode with limited resources in the game. I take it back, the braking is actually pretty good once you get used to it. Crucially, this car requires you to avoid braking while cornering. If you want to be efficient, these are somewhat old cars, and I think the car tends to straighten up a bit in the corners. If you slam the brakes, the rear lifts up and destabilizes the car. The rear tries to come around to the front, and it completely blows up the braking distances, so you really have to brake early. Braking once you've reached the right speed in the corner is still highly effective, making it a really enjoyable car to drive. I hope this feature will be in other games too. When we find this moset, I also hope it'll become popular with French cars. Many other GTIs and small sports cars deserve recognition, like the 309 SC. It would be awesome to include them in a game someday, as we've never really had them before. Let's see what we can do with it. We'll examine the various mechanical components, check for potential swaps, and explore the possibility of adding kits. Bodywork, that kind of thing, we'll check that right away. We'll set up its services now. Actually, we don't have any swaps, but we do have the wide body kit. But honestly, that's over the top. It's over the top, and I think for once I'm not going to put it on. I prefer keeping the plastic strips by default, and I'm unsure if we can reattach them in black on the back with the wide kit. Our setup may not be optimal for aerodynamics, but it's not always a significant issue. I doubt we'll drive this car up to 400 km/h. There are some customization options available, including a rally format, but I'm not interested in that. It might be an upgraded version or a tuner kit from a company that no longer exists. We'll leave the Grand Touring injection logo on the side. Oh yeah, we can go into roleplay mode, actually. Okay, that's pretty cool. I admit that, without it, yeah, no, we'll keep it on. We also have the little spoiler, but it's not customizable. It's either no spoiler or the basic little spoiler. Okay, so it actually feels a bit weird to have the front modified, like, it really breaks the design of the car, so we'll put it back to default. Okay, same thing. I'm not going to change the rims because I think the stock rims are really super cool. And I think it's going to be hard to find rims that fit better than the original ones. I'll quickly show you if there are any other small things. We can still modify the grills. Okay, removing the headlights is cool, but I'm going to leave them. That's it. It's been a long time since I left a car completely stock, but I think this one looks so good that it would be a shame to change it. Actually, we're already at 240 horsepower without having changed the intake. So I think we'll have more power than expected. Actually, I saw that we could put a turbo on it, so in my opinion, the power is going to take off. Maybe 300 horsepower, something like that. And on top of that, we can reduce the weight a bit, going from 800 and a few kilos to 750 already for 240 horsepower. It's going to be powerful with the famous turbo, which I need to check if it has. Let me see if I forgot anything else. But normally, we've pretty much covered everything. Yeah, with the turbo, we're at 400 horsepower. Ah, yeah, okay. So, I'm thinking that's a lot more than I expected. I think it's going to be undrivable. We're going to have excessive power for the front wheels, making it challenging. Well, listen, let's go. We'll see how it goes on Le Mans. With the fully tuned car but without the body kit, the PP rating could potentially be even higher. Damn, the gearbox is actually super long. So, we'll see. Maybe it's a 5-speed gearbox too, I think. For top speed, a slightly long gearbox is necessary. We're getting left behind at the start, but I haven't used the car's secret card yet, which is the nitro, which might allow us to catch up with the others a bit. Oh yeah, that's some crazy burnout. Okay, so clearly, even with slicks and racing compound tires, it's not working for me. So the acceleration, it's not that powerful, but it's super agile in corners. I'm surprised. We can catch up with supercars like the Aventador and all that pretty easily. We'll see on the straightaway. I think we're going to get left behind a bit on the straight. It will be challenging to compete with cars that have 300 to 400 more horsepower. But we're going to believe in it. Above all, we still have the nitro, which we're going to hit right away. With the nitro, it changes many things. I think it's a percentage. A lot of people explained to me in the comments of a previous video that, in this game, nitro isn't a fixed power. It actually depends on the base power. So, I don't know, maybe we have 500 horsepower with a nitro. In the end, something like that. It's super fast, reaching speeds of 350 kilometers per hour. I didn't realize how quick it was. It's crazy, it's crazy. We even accelerated harder up to here than the Veyron. That we're able to catch up, but I don't think we'll catch up for long, because in my opinion, at some point we'll be limited by the VMAX. And he's gonna take off a bit. Like for us, the absolute maximum is 365, and honestly, that's already crazy. For a car that does 400, that's huge, like the physics in the game. It's extremely forgiving with that car. It's uncommon to exceed 310 or 320 with that level of power. It depends on the weight, it depends on the aerodynamics. Okay, but still, right? Oh, but damn, you have to brake. It might not make it. That was Justin. The braking remains effective. Since the car is lightweight with racing discs, it performs well. In fact, the car is really enjoyable to drive. The challenge with such cars is that too much power is directed to the front wheels, causing the car to frequently burn out. I think that in 7 years, if we limit it to around 270 or 280 horsepower and maybe play it at 500 pp or so, I think it's monstrous, because it'll brake really well, it'll have good cornering grip. Because as long as you keep a bit of throttle, it doesn't lift up on the front wheels in the corner, maintaining control. It's super agile, and the only thing it might have is maybe a bit less top speed. Actually, it should be ideal for small tracks. In 500 pp, I think it's a pretty good car. Anyway, it's really cool that they added it to the game. It's really cool to see that there are games that make the effort to add things. Many French cars are worthy of being featured in games, but few are actually included. When it comes to classic cars, I consider vehicles from the 1970s to around 2015-2018. There are many models that could be added but are never included. So I think it's cool to come to a Japanese studio and have done this. I hope this isn't the last update. I'm excited to try the other cars, especially the Unimog. I think there's a chance it could be kind of fun, because it's really the kind of random vehicle you can play multiplayer with. So, we'll see. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy update 1.56. Personally, I'm already completely satisfied. Just because there's the 205 Grand Touring injection actually, it's really one of the cars I wanted to have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch for upcoming live streams. It will resume shortly. Currently, numbers are lower, but will increase significantly in late March when Japanese domestic market arrives. And with Wreckfest 3 coming out, and maybe also with Assassin's Creed, we'll see. In any case, don't hesitate to come follow and use your Prime to support.